Hey, welcome back. So I'm gonna go through a bunch of random notes, probably today and tomorrow, and then I want to talk about this book I'm reading for the book club called Please Yourself. Um, it's a good book. I'm about halfway through. I have a lot of notes about it. And this is the first book I'm reading, like actually reading the book. I'm not listening to the audiobook. And you know what? It's actually not that hard to read. Like, I don't know, I guess I hadn't read a book since college. Like, actually sat down and read. And whenever I read it for homework, it was just like, oh, I don't want to read this stupid book. I don't like reading. But now that I'm doing it just for fun, I can do it, like, before bed for half an hour. And I'm not, like, looking at the clock like, oh, okay, I just read for half an hour. I just read for an hour. And I'm taking my time. I've always felt like kind of self-conscious about being a slow reader. I read very slow. I don't know how people read fast. I think what they do, like what I've heard people do, is they just kind of like skim. And I've tried that, but then I don't really retain like anything. Where you just kind of like, you just pass your eyes over the words like bzz, 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 and then you kind of, like, I've done that and I've been like, oh, okay, I kind of understand most of what's happening here, but it's not really very fun and satisfying to do that. Like, do you enjoy, I just like reading it, like when you do the skimming thing, you don't have the voice in your head. So it's quicker. But when you don't, what I do is I have the voice in my head, like someone's reading to me, like, oh, this person went on a walk today, and it's like I hear that in my head when I'm reading. But other people, when they skim, it's just like, bzz, 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 oh, okay, this, oh, okay, this. I don't know. But it's been, like, I can do it, it's fine. Did I get him? Don't move, don't move, don't move. How many shots does he take? Oh, you want me to get in that banshee? I want to get in that banshee. Oh, ow, ooh. But today I was going to talk about blah, 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 blah. Ow, ow, ow. I was going to talk about the podcast. I was going to talk about, oh yeah, Sadie, I might, for the Besties podcast, I might, like, she might need help with editing. She sent me an email that's like, I might need help with editing. Because she's doing everything by herself. I don't know how to edit. I have to respond to her email today and be like, yeah, I'll do it. Sorry. I like that idea of being the editor who's like, but I have to learn how to do it. But I think doing it for somebody else will help motivate me better than just doing it for myself. When I edit for myself, that also might be a little bit of pressure, but maybe that's fine. I don't know. When I edit for myself, I don't really do anything. I just cut it. Like, I cut out, even when I edit the vlog part, I don't edit like as good as other people edit. I leave in some weird pauses, and like when you watch other people on YouTube edit, they cut out everything. They cut out all the breaths, and it's like pop, 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 and it's just so much quicker. I know, like, you could say, well, it's kind of like the vibe I'm going for is like slower and unedited, but I just do that because I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to, there's like a thing you can do if you have a better editing program where like you can see the audio waves, and then when you see an audio waves blank, you snip that part out. But I don't know how to do that with my VSDC, so I have to get like a better auditing program. I don't know how much that costs. What, like $1,000 or something? I don't know. But that would be fun to be like an editor, and it's like it's for her podcast, like it's for a good podcast that I actually like and like I care about. It's not just like, oh, I want to be an editor, so I'm gonna do like, oh, the two bro talk about fart podcast or whatever, like stupid bro podcast or something. I don't want to do that, but it's like Sadie social anxiety podcast. It's really cool. If I could be a part of it, that would be cool. I think about the game Grumps, like they always have an editor, or like whenever you listen to a podcast, they have an editor or like an audio engineer who listens and is like, okay, the audio levels are good. Like I'd like to be that guy. That would be cool, right? I just got to figure out how to do it. But I don't know how to do it at all. But it's nice that Sadie's gonna like, I think she might just like let me try and goof around and see if I can figure it out. I'd like that. I'd like to try that. I'm really surprised by how like open she is to stuff. I sent her an email. I'm like, if you ever need help with anything, and she's like, yeah, you want to be my editor? I was like, I don't, what? Are you sure? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I view her as like so professional, but she's just so nice. She's like, yeah, just sure. I don't know. You want to practice editing? Yeah, I guess so. And social anxiety people, they just are nicer because I'm in the group. What happened? And everybody, I've never seen one thing in that social anxiety group where I'm like, oh, that was weird. Why'd that person say that? And there's 40 people in the Facebook group, and there are comments every day, and they're always so nice and supportive. Social anxiety people, like, they're just better. They're better people. I shouldn't say that because it's being like racist against non-social anxiety people, but like I remember the first video I recorded about the social anxiety Besties podcast. I was like, I'm afraid for her because like internet, like, because her podcast is called Your Social Anxiety Bestie, and she's like really nice and friendly. And like terrible internet people could take advantage of that and be like annoying or whatever. And I was like, are you sure you want to call yourself bestie? Like, that's a big thing to be like, I want to be your bestie on the internet. That's scary. But it's worked out good, and like she has a lot of people. I don't know. I keep waiting for like a terrible social anxiety person to join and be like, I'm terrible and I'm super racist. But that doesn't happen because we're all good people. I hate Italians. Oh no, we let this guy in here. Okay, and that's not what you're supposed to do. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, and this bad guy's coming. I think you're supposed to use the Covenant guns against these guys, but I don't have any. I just have this and this. So a couple more minutes. What's my next note? So that's good. I'm going to do that. Went back home for Father's Day. That was good. Whenever I go to see my dad and my mom and my grandpa, they always talk about religious stuff. I feel weird because I'm like 29 and I never really join in on the conversation. So I'm like, I guess part of me is worried that they think like I'm not really a Christian if I don't talk about it. But then I'm like, oh, I went to church, and it's like, oh, okay, that's good enough. Um, I want them to like me. That's people pleaser. We're just gonna talk about that tomorrow. Don't be a people pleaser with religion. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get better with that. I know I am. I just hope I don't die tomorrow because I'm not done yet. Ooh, that's new. That's new. That's a new feeling. I do feel like I'm not done yet, and I gotta get better. A couple years ago, I would not have said that. I would have said, like, I'm done. Life's stupid. I got nothing else to do. But I'm gonna get better. I got stuff to try. What do I do? My dad was talking about baptism. And I liked, I didn't do my vlog on fundamentalism or whatever, but I did mention it last week, how, do I just shoot this thing or what? This seems right, doesn't it? What's happening? I don't know. Whoa. There's this kind of disagreement, like super specific theological, there's like a special word for it that I want to seem smart and remember. It's called like eschatology or something. I gotta look that up. I don't know. Eschatology is poop stuff, but it's not that. It's like eschatology. There's gotta be a thing I can push. I'll just figure it out tomorrow. Like this. Push this button here. Nope. Some Protestants think that infant baptism is okay, and some think that you have to be immersed. And my dad was talking about it, and I guess if you believe that infant baptism is real baptism, then you can't get baptized twice. I guess that's a rule. I didn't know. Like, you're not supposed to. Like, if you go to a church and you're like, I want to get baptized, and they're like, have you been infant baptized? And it's a church that believes in infant baptism, then you can't get baptized again. It's kind of stupid. Like, these rules are stupid. And that's kind of what my dad said a little bit. He was like, if your kid comes to you when he's like 15 or whatever, and he's like, I believe in God and I want to get baptized to profess my faith or whatever, are you going to tell your kid, well, no, you don't, because the rule is that if you've been infant baptized, you can't get baptized again. No, that's the rule. Sorry, you can't do it. You wouldn't say that because it's dumb to follow the rules. That's my thing. And so I'm like, okay, that's where I got it from. My dad he still follows rules closer than I do. He's more literal than me, obviously. But the reason he said that is because, like, of love. That's the thing above everything else. Like, if you love your daughter and she comes to you, she's like, I want to get baptized. You're like, of course. Or you say no, that's stupid. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't know where to go. It's something to do with this pulse thing. Like, do I throw a grenade in it or something? I'm feeling like I'm supposed to throw a grenade. No, obviously not. I jump up. I jump. What do I do here? What's happening? You just do this. You do this. I don't know. I gotta look it up. Oh, what about this? No, that's nothing. Okay. You don't care about the rules. Rules are dumb. Don't follow the rules. They're stupid and dumb. Okay, that's it. Talk about body image. Oh yeah, I have to do that. So tomorrow I'll do random stuff, and then after that I will talk about the book probably. Okay, see you tomorrow.